Okay, we're just going to do a little bit of a warm up. Then we're going to work on the arms. We're going to do a bit of strength, and then we're going to do a bit of core strength as well. So it might be a bit challenging tonight for you guys. Right. Start by putting your feet together, taking them out to the side, dropping them down. Oh, look, the stripes aren't level. I want everybody just to put their hands on their thighs with their fingers facing downwards and just holding on, just dipping their fingertips in. Shoulders nice and soft, back's nice and straight. I want you to take a really lovely, long, big, deep breath in. And then as you exhale, I want you to feel as though you're pushing yourself into the ground and letting the breath go and staying nice and rooted. Just calming down, just feeling a little bit more connected to what's going on after such a long week of isolation. So we're going to do that again, big deep breath in. Send the energy down to your feet. And let it go. Bring your hands into a prayer position. Just going to take them up nice and tall. Stretch up at the top. Exhale, come back down. Drop them down. Then inhale, coming back up nice and high. And bring them back down. Now we're going to retain the breath. So I want you to take them up, take them high. Hold the breath. Open up the hands with the breath inside still. Then release. We're going to do that again. Big deep breath with the hands up. Retaining. Open at the chest if we can to retain that. And release. Let the head fall to one side. Nice relaxed breath. And then on to the other side. Again, lovely, nice relaxed breath. Head to neutral, just take your chin up. Stay here, let the breath go. And again, breathe in, feel that cool air move down your throat. And then tuck your chin in, keep your back straight, let the breath go. Breathe in, look at your chest, see it rise. Exhale, just release. Have a little move back through your knee, just lift your head, let your hips move, and then just start to move through your toes on either side. Might find start clicking if you haven't moved around much today. Just moving. And don't forget, I know it's not everybody's favourite, but make sure you move through the top of the toes as well. Feel that stretch, move up the top of the foot and onto the ankle. Do that on the other side. And then try and maintain your balance by pulling your core. I'm just going to put off your tap and we're going to circle it. But we're really using the ankle to do the circling. So less about pointing the toes and more just getting movement through that base with the heel through the ankle. And then move in the opposite direction. Down. Let's do that. And turn it. Just give your legs a little bit of a shake. Just so we get the knees a bit warmer. And I know I've done this one in the last video, but I just want you to open up and close your knee and your hips, because although we're working the shoulders and the core, sometimes we keep the knees a bit too rigid, locked. We want to let them go. The energy can move, and then let's do that on the other side. So we're in and out. Make sure your core's nice and strong while you're doing it. If you need to hold on to something, you can. Or to put your hands out to the side, you can. Movement zone back in and stop and just give your knees a little bit of a wobble. Just going to very gently take your hands up nice and high, stretch them up as much as you can and arch your back slightly. Get with that over lift of the rib cage and your hands slightly behind your head. I still want you to reach from side to side. That stretch happening underneath the rib cage. Yeah. And then lattice, I know you can't see it in my view, but lattice the fingers together, push through and just bring slightly behind the head. Head's nice and loose. Now breathe in and retain the breath. So breathing slowly and deeply. Retain. Nice and loose. And as you exhale, you're going to release the arms, swing. Bring the hands up in front of the chest. Your head movement from side to side. With no tension on the neck tonight. Hands come up, big deep breath in. Exhale, open up the back, push through the fingers as well as through the open up the back. Now breathe in and breathe into the back of the middle of the back to open up the shoulder. Breath in. Retain that breath. Keep that breath in, lift the hands up. And then let them fall. And do that again. So bring the hands up. Nice loose head, releasing the neck muscles. Breathe in. Exhale, pushing out. Breathe in, chin to chest this time, open up the back. Retain. Keep the breath in, lift up, stretch through the front of the body, hands behind the head. Release, exhale. Let them flow. Turn. Hands behind your back. Body's nice and tall, big deep breath in. Draw your shoulder blades together, keep the chest lifted, air still in there. And then exhale, drop, lift the hands up. And we're going to bend the knees and drop down, and sweep down and back up again. And bring the hands back behind our backs again. Bring the hands together. Nice loose position with the neck. Breathing deeply. Open up. Hold here. Arching, really stretching through the front of the body. Hands take them up. And as we exhale, let them drop. Bend your knees. Inhale nice and high. And exhale, bring them back down. What I want you to do is just rotate your shoulders. Nice round motion through your shoulders and bring them up and down. When you bring them up, I want you to give a squeeze, make sure you don't put too much pressure on the neck. And as you let them drop, just let them really drop. Again, and drop. Bring your hands onto your shoulders. Again, you're not locked at the knees, so but we've got a nice strong core. And I know not look like we're swimming with not much in the sense of arms, but just want you to rotate them round, really opening up. Let the back start to round and collapse, round and collapse. So you're really moving through the torso as well, and then change direction. So we open up, keep the breath just moving really nicely, smoothly. And then one more, and open and drop. To one side again. If you feel you can this time, you're going to put your hand on top of your ear or your head. You're not going to pull it. You're just going to put a little bit of gentle encouragement there. So just let the weight sit on top of the head. You're going to feel a stretch down your neck. So let your shoulder rotate, drop your hand down. Nice breath. Bend again. Inhale, coming back up. And again, so that sometimes the smallest movements like these are more beneficial than the big holds like the downward facing dog. So to get these working, these muscles nice and soft. Move the hand and lift back up. Your chin towards your chest and slightly back, so it's down and slightly back, like you're trying to give yourself a bit of a double chin. Put your hands on the back of your head, lattice them together. Just first of all, make sure they're cradling your head comfortably. Take a slow breath in, look at your chest as you breathe in. Exhale, let those elbows fall in towards each other. Inhale, lift up the head, let the head sit in the hands as you take the chin up towards the ceiling. Draw your elbows back behind your body slightly. Breathe in. And then exhale, bring yourself back down. Stay here, look at your chest and breathe in. Exhale, lift back up, take the head up with you. Then exhale, bring your head down, chin down, let your back arms arch slightly, bring the elbows as low as you can so they've got a nice curve through the top of the spine. Breathe into your chest. Let the hands go, let them drop. Let your head stay there for a second. And then what you're going to do is just lift your head slightly, and I want you to draw figures of 8 with the base of your chin. So imagine you've got like a little pencil lead on the end of it, and you're just drawing figure of 8. So with your head down, you're going to feel this more up towards the back of your ears and the very base of your neck. And then we're going to start to bring the chin up. We're going to take it up nice and high, and just make sure you're not going too high, there's too much pressure on the back of the neck. We just want to lift it a little bit higher than normal. Bring your hands into your lattice position. We're going to inhale, take your hands up. Rotate through your shoulders, get some nice movement and length through the spine. So let the hips move, let the breath go, let the whole. And then very gently, just breathing quite normally, leaning back as you go. So we're going to come back, lean back, wake up the body, forward. Keep the breath moving. Nice and relaxed. And then when you feel ready, let's change direction. So we're warming up the tummy a little bit as well now. So although we're getting some movement through the shoulders, all the way down the spine and the tummy, as well. Okay, one more. And come up, open up your hands, place your hands on your back, arch your back as much as you can, tilt that tailbone out so your pelvis is going back. Or open your shoulders, push into your back so you can soft part of your hands up against your spine, lift your chin. Breath. And exhale. Bring your hands, you're not going to move the back, you're just going to put on your leg, round through your shoulders, breathe into that back again. Let the breath go. Shoulders around. We do this one quite a lot, but it's really good to open the shoulders. So we're going to open up the hands. We're going to wrap them around as far around as we can possibly get, because our shoulders are quite warm now. So as far around as you can touch. I know I can get quite fast, so I don't expect everybody else to be able to do it. And figures of 8, so let it move all the way on the body. Don't let them stay low as well. Try and see if you can lift them nice and high, so you can really stretch in underneath the arms, down from the body and across the top. Let the whole body move. Let the knees be soft, not just happening in the torso. Very natural for the body. When one bit moves, for something else in the body to move as well, not isolation. And then come back neutral. Up. Press the block over in the opposite direction. A hug for yourself. Hello. And then let's do that again. You're going to be self-care is very needed at the minute. Take a lesson from myself, really. Let's move through the body. Oh. Lift them lovely and high. Open up. Go into a lattice position again. Take them up and drop one side down. Just let the hips move as well at the same time. So you've got quite a bit of weight. What's going to happen is you're going to feel a stretch here. So by letting the torso move, you're going to encourage that to stretch without actually on the shoulder. And then taking up nice and high breath in. And exhale down onto the other side. Move again. I know I've got quite heavy shoulders, but only do what you feel is comfortable. And then lift up and release. Now this is where it starts to get a little bit more difficult. So do what you feel capable of doing. You're going to put your hands behind your back and you're going to put them in a prayer position down on top of each other if that's too much, or if you can go all the way. Put hands together, behind back in the middle of the spine. We're going to push them into our spine, opening up the chest. Hands up as far as I can get one quite fast. I don't expect everybody to be like that. But even if your hands are flat against your back and you're reaching, no tension on the neck. Breath in. and relax. Just drop one hand down. I want you to walk the other hand across as far as it will go, and then reach up the back with it. If you want, you can try hold on to the wrist or the elbow to give it a little bit of encouragement. What I don't want you to do is pull so it's in pain. Move it so it's to the point where it's working. So I can hold on to my elbow, but I know it's not for everybody. You can hold on to any part. Just hold it there independently. What you're going to find it's going to be quite restricted. What you want to do is breathe in and feel that movement through that area. So you're using breath to massage and open up that muscle. Big deep breath in. Retain. Let the breath go. Do that one more time. Let the breath go. Drop the other hand that was holding it away. We reach out to the side as far as we can go. So get some space down that shoulder. Up nice and high. Reach. I'm reaching, opening up the spine, reaching out of my leg socket. Big deep breath in. And we're going to try and reach down the back. Now I know I can touch my fingers, but for those that can't, just want you to try and reach down as far as you can. Then we're going to make sure when we've got enough space, nice bit of space. Both hands in towards the back. Body's nice and high. Just let the ribcage flare very slightly. Now this is where some people might find a bit uncomfortable. Big deep breath in. We're going to contract and try and pull in. And then back to neutral. With this elbow, draw some little circles 3 times in one direction. Nice steady position, and then we're going to let that bottom one go. So very careful, move the hand first, keep the shoulder, to figure all the way down, and then lift it out, take it up, so you can just place it like gently on top of the other elbow, look back if you can, look across if you can, so you've got a choice. You need to get a bit more space, get yourself ready before you do it. Now let your ribcage flare again, big deep breath in, exhale, see if you can contract. Just making the muscle work in different ways. Back to neutral. Big deep breath in. Exhale, release the arms. Bring it down. Let the muscles. Now with your other hand, you're going to take it behind. You're going to reach up your spine as much as you can. With that free hand, you're going to walk across. You're going to hold onto your wrists or your elbows. You're going to see if you can reach across even only here. You don't even have to hold on. It's just nice to have that bit of encouragement if you can do it. I want you to breathe and let that ribcage flare. Exhale. Back to neutral. Hold that position nice and strong. Just give yourself a little bit of movement through it. And then we're going to take that arm out to the side. Reach and stretch as much as you can. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Big deep breath in. Down through the back towards the top of those fingers. Now if you can touch, that's wonderful. If not, don't worry. But remember, we're just trying to see if we can open the shoulder a little bit behind us. Now see if you can let that ribcage flare slightly. And if you can, I want you to contract. And again, breathe in. And contract. And then come back to neutral. Give your shoulder 3 little moves in one direction. 3 little circular moves in the other direction. Reaching as far down your back as you can shoot it. Now release that bottom arm. One arm's always easier to do the other. Reach, reach, reach. Come up. Place it on top of that elbow. And if you wanted to pull it back, you can do. If you just want to leave it where it is, that's fine. If you want to put it behind, you can do as well. Nice space down the spine. Breathe in. Third ribcage, reaching back with the arms slightly, and exhale. Contract in. Inhale nice and high. Exhale, bring the hands and drop them down. I'm just going to pull the hands out in front, open up the shoulders as much as you can. Big deep breath in. One more time. And release. Let go. If you're not already, bring yourself to the back of the mat. Put myself out. There we are. Okay. First of all, just put your hands on your back. Arch your back slightly. Little crack in the knees. Lift your head. We're going to take the bum out behind us and we're going to hold. So we're trying to feel so
until the tailbones are tilted up and you can stretch down the back of the legs. Your hands are supporting the spine, but your head's lifted so you get stretched there. You're going to feel quite a lot of compression through the lower spine, so make sure your hands are there to support. Deep breath in. Let that weight come forward. Drop your hands down. Let your shoulders completely release. Let your head. Stay here, breathe in and out. Now keep your knees slightly bent, but just straighten them a little bit so you've got a little bit of a crack and you can feel the backs of the legs work. Place your hands into what we call ragdoll, so one hand over each elbow. Just have a little bit of movement. You're going to feel this more in your spine and your legs than anything. And then this is where you're going to feel a little bit more in your shoulders. You're going to inhale and lift up. See if you can arch the back. I mean, I've got them over my head. Don't expect everybody else to do that. Exhale, back down. One more time. Inhale, coming up. Squeeze your tummy muscles. Not just your arms working this time, it should hold you back. And come down. Drop your hands down. And slowly walk yourself down onto all fours. Your feet have a little bit of movement. Okay, so we're going to inhale and take one foot out behind us, bend that knee and hold up. Foot and hold. If you feel you can, you're going to bring your opposite hand off the ground. Okay. Head's nice and loose. Tuck your tummy muscles in, try and hold your tummy nice and tight. Reach your hand out as much as you can. And the reason you can straighten your leg actually if you want to, but the reason why I've done it this way is because if anybody, you know, it's quite challenging, but if anybody wants to try and touch their foot behind, they're quite welcome to. I'm not saying everybody's going to push it off for a towel. So if you're just holding your original position, stay as you are for a moment. Big deep breath in. Exhale. Bring your hand down, bring your knee and arch through your back. Hold here, breathe in, and place your knee down and bring it back. I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm just going to turn, otherwise I'm going to lift that knee up. Try and keep your tummy muscles flat so you're not putting too much of an arch in the back. Then with the tummy, bring your opposite hand off the ground if you can. Head's nice and loose, no tension in the neck. If you feel you can go that one step further, only if you feel you can. Try and reach for your foot again. I know that's too challenging for some people, so please don't do it. Nice breath in and out. Thumb is tucked in, whatever you're doing, tummies are tucked in. One more breath. Bring the hand off. And then exhale, bring that hand down. Inhale. Exhale, tuck that knee in. Drop that knee down and just have a wiggle through your hips, both directions. So just draw some circles. Let the back arch and drop and arch and drop. Don't forget to keep the tummy contracted as you do it. Okay. So keeping your knees and your bum in line with each other. We're going to walk the hands out in front. And we're going to see if we can drop down. Now, most people are going to want to put their elbows down because it's too much. If you can, I want you to slide away from it and drop yourself down. You might want to go near your bum. That might be a bit safer for some people, because what's happening is we're putting quite a lot of the stretch underneath here and your shoulder blades are collapsing in, so do be careful. So if you want to be low and reaching, if you want to walk up and keep going until you feel you get into a nice place, that's fine. And if you can, I want you to put your forehead on the mat. I want you to let your shoulders go nice and soft. I want you to breathe in across your shoulder blades, really try and expand them, so I know there's a lot of compression there. So breathing into that compression. Here. Exhale, let everything just turn nice and loose. And one more time. Hold. Retain is probably the best word, and then exhale. Let it go. Walk your hands back so you're onto child's pose. So bum comes down, round through your back and come back up. And then slide your hands back and just rotate your shoulders backwards. Forwards. Okay. Some of this is going to get a little bit more difficult, so I do apologise. But I don't, but I know there's some people going to struggle and I can't help you. So I want you to come down. I want you to come down and I want you to see if you can lower yourself down to that. Now I know there's people going Be out here. I want your hands underneath your shoulders and see if you can bring your elbows in towards, so not out, try and bring them in towards your body, lie all the way down to the ground. I'm going to be doing more of that in a moment, but for a moment, I just want you to bring your hands onto your hands out in front and onto your elbows. Move your head side to side, all the way over, and put your ankle behind. Big deep breath. Go, come back to centre. Inhale. Exhale, let's look towards the ankle. With a breath in. Exhale, come back to centre. I'm going to warm the arms up a bit more by bringing the hands underneath the shoulders. Keep the elbows in so they're almost touching the side of your body, locked in against the side of your body. You know, what happens is the triceps are quite weak. People might put it in their shoulders, but I want you to try and work the muscle. Inhale, come up, and all the way back down. Inhale, come round. Exhale. In and out breath. Inhale, come up. I'm going to peel the body off. It's less of a push up, more of a peel up and drop back down. Inhale, round. Exhale, back down. Bring your hands back to that starting position with your elbows underneath your shoulders, hands in line. Now you can bring the hands together if you find that it helps support you. What we're going to do is, if we can, we're going to try stay on our knees and just lift our bum off the ground so our tummy muscles are engaged. So this might be okay. It might not. You might just want to stay down with your arms as they were, with your hips down. You're going to squeeze the tummy muscles and hold here. Head's nice and loose. You're not letting them sag. You're holding it. You're activating the core, but your shoulders are working as well. Fingers in the ground. Index. Point your fingers pointing away from you in a straight line. Thumbs in the middle, hands stay down. If you feel you can go one step further, you're going to try and lift yourself. Now, Ted said it was going to be challenging, so you don't have to do it. Okay. Breathing in and out. You can put the knees down anytime. You can come down anytime. One more time. Knees down, body down. Drop your hands down by the sides of your body and let them rest. Breathe. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll back. Release. Okay. I'm going to add something I know you all absolutely hate, so I'm still going to do it. Inhale, come up, roll up. You can, I want you to try and not drop the hips, but find that, see how that's too far, that's too high. Find that middle bit where you can feel yourself pulling up through your body. Hold here for a second. We are going to come back to this move in a moment, but I'm going to make you do something harder. Big deep breath in. Elbows in against the body again, coming down. Let the head drop. Take your hands down by the sides of your body. Make sure your feet roll together, your knees are together, and you're rolling your bum muscles in. Everything's coming into the center line of the body. You're going to lift your hands off the ground, arms facing down. You're going to keep your chest on the ground. I want you to breathe in and use the air to lift your body. So breathe in. Hold here. Exhale, let it drop. Hands off the ground. And again. And let it drop. Hands off the ground. Last time, breathe in. Let the breath go. Let the hands stay here. And then let them drop, let them rest. Okay. Same principle. Bring your hands off the ground, palms facing down, lift up, breathe in. See if you can stay up without putting any pressure on the neck. Round shoulders away from your ears. And you're using, you can feel it underneath the sternum, resting on the bottom of the rib cage. What I want you to do is pulse the hands. 10, up, down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop the hands down, drop the body down. Bring your hands up and next to your body. Then in principle, we're going to lift up and lift the hands off. Again, there's no tension in the neck happening from the middle of the back and underneath under sternum. So you're holding yourself. Draw your shoulder blades in to lift your hands off the ground. So there's a definite lift off the ground. If you want to drop your forehead on the mat, you can do. What we're going to do, if you feel whichever way, whether your fell head's down, keep those hands lifted, and we're going to reach out in front. Breathe in, and then draw back. Draw the shoulder blades in to draw back. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, draw back. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, draw back. One last time. Inhale out. Exhale, draw back. Drop your hands down. Drop them down the side of the body and let the body draw. Breathe. Nice to breathe when you stop, isn't it? One more breath. Use it, a body against the floor. Push into it with the air. Use it as a massage tool and exhale. One more thing to do. Now, again, if it's too much, don't do it. Something. You're going to bring the hands down by the sides of the body. You can keep your forehead down if you need to. Keep your shoulders off the ground. You're going to bring the hands out in front and hover. And we're going to bring them all the way down, squeezing your shoulder blades as they come back. Inhale, reaching, reaching out. Exhale all the way back down. Inhale, reaching, 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 reaching. Exhale all the way back down. Now we're going to add one last thing in. So we're going to reach, 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 out in front. Forehead down if you need to, and we're going to pulse them up for 5. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take them down by the sides of the body. Breathe in. Pulse them 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your hands down. Drop that. A little fire cover. Bring your hands underneath your body, round through your back and come up, and have a really big stretch through your shoulders. Oh, just drop down, have a little stretch up and down through that nice point of stretch. Sweet point is what we like to call it. So feel the shoulders releasing. Okay. Now, bring yourself down on the mat. If you need to lift the bum because your shoulders are starting to hurt too much, or if you want to go down to your elbows, if you just want to rest, you can do. Then it's going to be a tough class, so I haven't done shoulders with you. What I want you to do is open up your knees, feet not touching but together, but your knees are there to support you, but your hips are down. You're going to rock to one side, lift up and touch the shoulder, and touch. In your own time, you don't have to do it. Rock to one side because your knees are apart. You'll be able to take a little bit more of the weight and the strain. Hands come back down. Rock up, touch, down. This is not necessarily about shoulders, it's about what's happening in the rest of your body and your core. There's a lot of shoulder strength when you're doing planks, and it's your core as well as your shoulder. It all has to work together. Keep those knees open, round through the back. Come back down, just let yourself fall into a position which is lovely. Breathing and relaxing. Okay. I'm going to come back up. Come back onto the knees, bring the knees hips distance apart. Now, you can rest. I know this is starting to get a bit tight, but for those that can, you're going to bring the elbows in and hover yourself, just like that, you know. But knees down, tummies engaged, and we're going to see if we can bring ourselves to halfway down and hover ourselves. What I don't want you to do is have your shoulders too hunched up, so just find in a position which works for you. You can drop at any time. You can not go down if you don't want to, and back up. The reason why we do that, if you want to follow, because I know some people are quite strong to do it, is when we do the chaturanga, you come down, drop, and come back up. So if you want to give that an attempt, you can. You can even do that with your knees down. So knees down would be like this. There we go. Back. Those that want to, up, down, That is the window. Just getting them warm. Making the muscles work. Lift your body up nice and high. And release them back down. Let your shoulders move. Now I did promise a bit of core, so we are going to put some of that in. We'll do one in a plank position. Again, I know shoulders are starting to ache a little bit, so do sit this one out if you need to. Hands down. Now you've got a choice. You can stay here and just hold. If you want to go that little bit further, you're going to try and lift the knees. And if you want to go that little bit further, you can try and bring the knee in and back out. Squeezing the tummy up, up, down, and down. And then bring it down. Now, I promise that was the hardest that was going to be. Let's give it a rest now. You'll be happy that's over. Oh, I can see you all sweating. And then we'll have a little stretch out for us in just a moment. So, what I want you to do is bring your feet hips distance apart, knees hips distance apart, sit nice and tall on top. Let's just, for a moment, like I said, pin's going to come in, giving ourselves that slight double chin to release the back of the shoulder. Nice breath. You lift up. We'll take the hands out in front. Lean. So now the hands slumped. Nice tall straight spine. Coming down. Head's nice and loose. Squeeze your tummies in. Make them work. You can. You've got one foot off. Back down. One foot off. And back down. One foot off. Back down, off, and back down. And I want you to say, just still, just like that. Like it's the easiest thing in the world. Open up your legs and release. That again. And release. One last time. Let the feet come out in front of you. And lie down, which is what we're all looking forward to. We're going to bring the hands off the ground. Up. We're going to rock back. Hold. Oh, hands over. Have a nice big stretch. Now, if you'd like to, you can come back up. If you like to stay down, just stay down. For those that can, you're going to come back up. Lift the hands up to that Barbie doll, Cindy doll position. Big deep breath in. And roll. Lift up, reach through, stretch through the spine. Let the shoulder blades start to get some life again. Big deep breath in. And come down. Hands over. Stay down again if you like, you don't have to lift. We're going to do it one more time. Deep breaths each time you breathe. Keep the energy moving back into that Barbie doll hands. Big deep breath in. Exhale, so you can reach up and come up nice and tall. As we exhale, we're going to come all the way down. And bring your knees in. Letting yourself move across your back from side to side. Now, massage. We're going to stay lying. I'm just going to turn into different directions. We're going to reach the feet up towards the ceiling. And we're just going to very gently rotate the feet. And then we're going to bring them to a little bit of a right angle. So what you can see is the knees are directly in line with the hips, or if you want to try a little bit harder, you can take them away, but they're not overhanging in towards the body. Try to keep them at that nice right angle, feet to hips distance apart. Put your hands down by the sides of your body. We're going to see if we can tap a foot and come back up to that starting position. Tap your foot and come back up to that starting position. Tap your foot. Squeeze your tummy muscles, making them work. Coming back up. Foot. Coming back up. Hold them here. If you want to try both feet, you can. If you're not, just put them down or one at a time. Tap and back up. Stretch the legs up. Bring them in. Have a little. The last core thing we're going to do, and then we're going to rest and relax. So we're going to, I say rest, we're going to stretch out, but we're going to put the feet up towards the ceiling. Now I know this is everyone's least favourite as well. There's a lot I've added today. There's one no you don't like. So maybe because you're not with me, I can get away with it more. Hands down by the sides of the body. Keep one leg nice and straight. What we're going to do is lower one leg towards the ground. I want you to, instead of letting a little hole appear at the back, I want the ground, really push your tummy muscles, push your spine into the ground so there's no gap. Big deep breath in. Take it halfway and hold. Big deep breath in. Put your hands on your hips to make sure that they're not rocking or moving. Exhale, half that distance. Doesn't really matter as long as you feel stable. Don't let that hole happen. Big deep breath in. Push it back down and hover that foot one couple of feet off. A few inches off the ground. Pull it back up. Let's do that on the other side. Big deep breath in. Half that distance and hold. Deep breath in, don't let that back lift. Exhale, half that distance and hold again. Big deep breath in, hover it off the ground and hold. Don't let that arch happen. Inhale, lift the foot back up. Bring your knee in. Hug them. And a little rock from side to side. A little bit independently with the knees. And then we're going to rock up, so push your feet over, hold onto your knees. Take your time. If you need to do that a couple of times to get up, that's fine. What we're going to do is come up, hold onto the knees, and we're going to rock back and really stretch through the shoulders. So we're going to feel the stretch here. So I want you to pull your tummy muscles in as you do it. So a little bit of a core thing, but not too much. Just big deep breath in, really open up the back of your shoulders. Exhale, come back up. Open up your legs and let the body fall forward. A little sway from side to side. You're allowing, what you're feeling is the lower back is just releasing, a lot of work just went in there, so move from side to side. I want you to walk your hands around to one side, knee and bum stay still on the other side, it's not lifting. We're going to place the hands down as much as we can. Let the body turn so the shoulders are heading towards the side of the mat. Let the body be low, but nothing on the other side is lifting. So we're going to take a big deep breath into the side of the body again. Exhale. And again. Walk the hands all the way around to the other side. Encourage that stretch. You're going to feel it all the way from the hips, all the way up to the shoulders. So big deep breath in. Let the breath go. And again, breathing in. And let the breath go. Now back to centre. Exhale, let the body fall down. Your knees be heavy so you can feel it stretch in the middle. And then very gently walk your hands up, lift your hands under your shoulders. Take your feet out in front. Just have some movement through the shoulders. We're going to stretch out and move the shoulders. So we're going to bring the hands together, body's nice and tall, and just draw the shoulder blades in. We're not stretching the chest, it will automatically stretch. Draw the shoulder blades in. Take your chin up. Feeling that nice big opening, chest opening all the way through there. How stagnant the energy's been, and how it's nice to get fresh air in and open up the body, let the breath go. Bring the hands around, let's open up the back of the shoulders, big deep breath in. Exhale, pushing out behind. Let's draw some figures of 8s round through the shoulders. Feel that down to the base of the spine. You're not having any influence from the legs. Moving them side. Nice big, let them go really big. That's it. Open and releasing any tension through the shoulders. And then take the hands up. While they're up, let's move them from side to side. I don't know if you can hear it, but my shoulders are crunching. If yours are okay. And then let's draw some big circles over the top of it. Nice tall spine. We contract, we reach. We contract, we reach. Let's change the direction. It's going to be cruel, and that's some work. I think we'll just open up. Let the head move. Bring your hands into that lattice position again. Round through your shoulders. Let your back slump out behind you. The weight's pulling you forwards. Nice rounded motion. Rounded movement through the back. We're going to reach forward and down and reach back and sit up. The angles we're getting, so we're going to round, reach forward, back, and up. So we're releasing the core and we're releasing the shoulders down. Breath moving, reach forward, down, up, and release. Let the shoulders rotate. Watch your knees. Just going to reach to one side and lift overhead. Then you can hold on to the knees, you can touch the ground, you can even hold on to your hip if it's too far to go. You've got a block or a cushion, hold on to that. I know I said you might need a cushion, but we didn't do what I expected to do, so only do it slightly. We're going to see if we can open up behind, and just, it's not going to hold for too long, it's more about moving through the angles, so we're opening and closing through the shoulder. And then what we're going to do is we're going to reach out as far as we can go and just touch the ground in front. Breathe in and draw back. Reach up over the top. Hands over if you need to. And then we're going to reach and reach, reach and reach. All the way over the top, round, and then come up and release. Again, hold on. Let's draw some big. Let it move all the way down the spine into the hips. If you need to put something underneath your knees, which I should have said earlier, but just like this before, put quite a lot of weight movement through those knees. And then open up, cross over. Tend to find when you work your shoulders and you stretch them properly, you can actually get better night's sleep. I suppose you're getting fresh air and the blood flows better through to the head and the rest of the body, so up through the neck. So it's a really good thing just to stretch out your shoulders, especially if you've been sitting at a computer working from home. Head to one side. Let your head move in this position, but not with any strain, not putting any pressure anywhere. Then go to the other side. Drop your chin forward. Put your hands on the back of your head like we did at the beginning of the class. And let those arms just fall. Feeling that stretch. Breathing in. And exhale. And deep. And exhale. Now you can either sit back cross legs, sit with legs out in front of you, or if you can sit on your heels, pop yourself down. What you want to do is slump as much as you can and let those back of the head get really heavy with those hands. Now if it's too much lift up, you don't have to have the hands on there. But what we're trying to do is encourage that stretch. You'll feel it below the shoulder blades. So we're going to breathe and really expand through the tummy and the chest. Exhale, draw back. Let that slump get heavier. Make sure the weight's forward. We're hinging from underneath the ribcage, and always say don't hinge from underneath the ribcage. On this occasion, we are. One more breath. And release. All those little figures of 8 with your chin again. And then draw big circles out. If it makes you feel dizzy or uncomfortable, don't do it. And then change the direction. It's all about encouraging the muscles just to give up. I don't mean give up completely, but all that tension will just take your head from side to side. If you want to take your head to the side and tilt your one of your jaw up towards the ceiling, so you can just feel that stretch. You might do a facial yoga video actually. It's very good for the neck. And then come back to centre, cross. Head down without assistance, keep your back straight, breathe in. And let the breath go. Come down. Feet out in front of you. I'm going to pop one leg over the top. I'm going to hold on to that knee. I'm going to give myself a nice big breathe in. And we're going to move away from that foot behind us and see if we can pop our hands close towards the ground. You put your elbow on your knee if you wish. It can be a bit over encouraging, but if you feel you've got the ability, allow yourself to do it. Breathe in, push the air into your tummy. Exhale, let it just go. It's allowing all the movement in your organs to happen, so it just stimulates digestion, helps keep them healthy. One more time. And then come over the top, up that foot, and then let's do that on the other side. So first we pop it down, hold it onto the knee, straighten it back, sit on top of that vertebrae. Vertebrae on top of each other. Go away from that foot so you come around to the other side. If you want to put your hand against your knee again, don't force it. Come down and reach in. Try and sit up as tall as you can so you're not slumping down. So nice and high. Look back behind you. Breathe and expand your tummy. And this time, if you want to, let's really squeeze in. You've got your spleen on one side and your liver. Well, you've got lots of organs in there, but spleen helps with the immunity, with your immune system, helping you keep it healthy. And your liver is obviously good for cleaning the blood, for cleaning the body and things like that. So we want to try and stimulate them. So let's exhale. And inhale back to centre. Let your shoulders go. Let the legs have a little wobble and move. And then bring your knees back in. Hands on knees. I know I keep moving my shoulders, but it's nice just to feel like it needs to move, so I let myself move. And if you're at work and you're at the desk and if you need to move, you move. It doesn't matter what the office workers do. Big deep breath in. Elbow down towards the knee. Inhale back up. Down towards that knee. Up. Down towards that knee. Round the front. Inhale back up. Knee. Round. Front. Change directions. Let's down. Inhale all the way around. Down. We'll do it one more time on that side. Down. Hand onto your opposite knee, draw your hand behind, stay up on your central axis, looking over the back. Inhale back to centre. Exhale on towards the other side. Shoulders drop. Just let all the feet on your face drop. Close your eyes if you need to, but just nice and soft. and some movement thing. Take a minute to feel what you feel that might be a bit stiff body. Breathe in slowly and deeply. Let it all go. One more time. Bring your hands into up. Exhale, open, expanding the energy around the body, causing a little protective bubble, cleaning it and keeping you protected. And up. Exhale down. Namaste.